Trace evidence. Trace evidence is created when object make contact. The material is often transferred by heart or induced by contact friction. The importance of trace evidence in criminal investigation was shown by Dr. Edmund Loyd in the early 20th century. Since then, forensic scientists use trace evidence to reconstruct crime and describe the people, place, and things involved. Trace evidence is based upon the principle known as Locard's exchange principle. Sir Edmund Locard in 1877 to 1966 gave two principles. First, every contract leaves a trace. Second, exchange of trace is usually a two-way process. Classification. Trace evidence may be grouped into two: biological evidence and non-biological evidence. Biological evidence, this ori- originate from human, animal, or plant source and include mainly 1. Body fluid. Include blood, semen, saliva, urine, vomit, cerebrospinal fluid. Such fluid may be found in the form of stains at the scene, clothes, and body of victim or assailant. Body tissues and strains. Other biological material, human hair from head and body, scrapings from the under surface of nails, epithelium of skin as assailant of victim, urine, stool. Non-biological evidence, the comprise of items of personal use, other materials found in environment, the personal items, clothes, spectacles, purse, wrist watches, or other thing in use. The environmental materials are fiber from carpet, vegetation in the garden, rip particles from the road. Other non-biological materials consist of bottles, tablet, bullet, or pellets, weapon of sense used in crime. Collection of specimens. The person must have the knowledge as to A. What to be collected, source. B. From where to be collected, site. C. How much to be collected, quantity. D. How is to be collected, procedure. A proper material from a proper site in a proper quantity by a proper method, proper collection. Preservation. The preservation of specimens is done normally by two processes: desiccation or rehydration, freezing. A proper preservative in proper quantity, having proper concentration, proper preservation. Preservation in different situations. In histopathological examination, we need a preservative which should preserve and prevent autolysis and harden the tissues. For chemical examinations, we only require preservation. For serological examination, we also need anti-coagulative activity. Hmm. A good preservative. It should be also chemically inert. It should be easy available. It should be cheap. It should be effective for that purpose. It should be not react with the container and specimen. Normally use preservative for chemical analysis. Super saturated saline is used. It acts by dehydration, extract water from the tissues and they get preserved. For histopathological examination, 10% formal saline, i.e. 10% formalin in saturated saline, or 95% alcohol is used. For serological examinations, anticoagulants used are Ca, oxalate, heparin, and etc. Labeling. Each container should be labeled indicating number or jar 1 to 3 should be mentioned. Name of specimen, site of collection, preservative use, PMR, MLC, date and time, name of person, examination required, name of doctor, signature, and official seal should be. The scrap of specimens. The only condition in which specimens allowed to be is that when the autopsy is old conducted hours, when the lab is closed, specimens should are kept collected, preserved, and dispatched immediate after autopsy. Safe storage. The specimens should be kept in lock and key in the freezer. The specimen should be registered. The seal should be intact. It should be compared when the specimen of the seal provided. Transportation. Transportation. The specimen should be transferred to a special messenger by hand, to railway parcel, to postal parcel, and to lease. Chain of custody. Any and all who handle the specimens at a particular instant should be able to certify the extent of handling, what was collected, to whom it was handed over, when it was handed over, for how long it remained in custody. Chain of custody should be maintained to avoid adulteration and tampering. Chain of custody should be maintained till the specimens are presented in the court. Handling should be certified. It must be on written receipt. Collecting of physical evidence. Collecting of physical evidence, captured image and record video of everything as you discover it. Make a true diagram of the situation to document the size of the signs of the relative location of various pieces of evidence, measure distances when handling or contacting an object, use blood at all times. What is the meaning of physical evidence? Item discovered at a crime scene that provide proof that a crime has been committed are typically referred to as physical evidence. These items serve as a bridge between the offender, or victim of a crime. Why is collection of physical evidence important? Physical evidence is useful to determine how a crime was committed, to connect a suspect with the crime of identify the criminal, to clear an innocent person. What are the two main types of evidence? Evidence comes in two levels, indirect evidence and direct evidence. The people argue that there is evidence in this instance indicating the defendant guilt by inference. That's all. I think.